You ever meet someone new and suddenly they're all you can think about? You're texting non-stop, making playlists, rearranging your schedule just to see them for 10 minutes. It's intense, it's magical, and then, just as quickly, it fades. Not because they changed, but because your brain did. That's where this story begins. I'm Dave, and today we're talking about how ADHD can seriously mess with our relationships. Now, I've gone down the rabbit hole on this. Articles, studies, personal stories, and I realized this isn't just a one video topic. So let's call this ADHD and Relationships Part 1. You've probably already heard all the advice about managing ADHD in relationships. Yeah, I've heard it too. I've also turned my apartment into a shrine of sticky notes and alarms. But honestly, forgetting a date or losing your wallet isn't the most damaging part of ADHD in relationships. Want to know what is? It's the moment your brain gets bored of the one person you swore you couldn't live without. So here's the thing. People with ADHD can focus. In fact, we can hyperfocus. What we struggle with is keeping our attention locked on something that doesn't stimulate us. It all comes down to dopamine, a brain chemical tied to motivation and reward. The ADHD brain tends to have fewer dopamine receptors, which means we need more stimulation just to feel normal. So what grabs our attention? 1. Stuff we care deeply about. 2. Things that challenge us. 3. Anything new or unpredictable. 4. Anything urgent or time-sensitive. Now think about the start of a relationship. It's emotional. It's exciting. It's unpredictable. Boom. Dopamine jackpot. We're fully invested. The other person becomes our favorite obsession. But over time, that rush levels off. The routine settles in. And when the dopamine fades, we shift our attention elsewhere. Now imagine being on the receiving end of that shift. At first, you were getting all the attention. The cute texts, the deep conversations, the spontaneous weekend plans. Then suddenly, it's like your partner's brain has moved on, even if they haven't said it out loud. And that can feel awful, confusing, personal. But for those of us with ADHD, this isn't always about love disappearing. It's about stimulation disappearing. So we chase the feeling, jumping from one relationship to another, falling for the nearest available person just to feel something again, convincing ourselves the relationship is perfect, when it clearly isn't, trying to change the other person to recreate the excitement, sometimes even cheating, not from cruelty, but from craving lying, or rushing into milestones, just to keep it feeling fresh. Here's what's made the biggest difference for me, and it's not a trick, or a tool, or an app. It's being radically honest with yourself first. What are you really looking for? Are you craving connection or chasing a high? Eventually, something incredible happens. You can stop needing your relationship to be your only source of excitement. You can start pouring energy into your passions. Writing, building, creating, traveling, and your partner, they'll understand when your focus shifts for a bit because you've talked about it. You've built that trust. And when the cycle tries to repeat itself, as it will, they'll remind you, and you'll remind them. This is how ADHD works, and we can work with it. That's it for now. If this spoke to you, stick around. I've got a lot more coming on ADHD and relationships.